I'm Clint Weaver, and I had a question sent in to my website from Susan McConnell out of Fallon, Nevada, asking about how to keep her horse's hind end still during a turnaround. So her question is while she was circling to the left and getting in time with her horse's left front foot and going into the turnaround, how can she keep the hind end still? She's not too concerned about which hind foot. She doesn't show, but she would like her horse's rear end to stay still. So I'm not going to get into technicals as far as, let's focus on, let's just get them to where they're putting some more weight back here. So while circling to the left, my inside leg is on, and I'm slightly bumping, and maybe even with my outside leg a little bit to keep my impulsion going. And I want a nice circle here with softness. And now I will get in time with my horse's left front foot, and as it leaves the ground there, I just take my inside leg off and ask my horse to turn around. Now, her horse is, again, probably moving her rear end out and to the right. So one thing that I would do with that is I'm going to give you a whole separate exercise for that. And one thing that I would do is I would work on what they call hip to eye exercise. And the best way that I found to kind of start this out is to just ride around out here in the open, and I need my horse to be able to move his shoulders over to the right while looking to the left. So this is called a reverse arc. I had another video that we did on that, another question about a reverse arc. So I want to be able to move my shoulders over to the right. Once I get my horse's shoulders over the right, I will slide my leg back and ask my horse to move his hip to the left. Okay, that's where I want my rear end for that left turnaround. So I'm going to go shoulders to the right and then rear end to the left, like that. Very good. Now, once the horse can do that, well, and by the way, when I'm first teaching this, I like to really get in time with the feet. So if I'm pushing the shoulders over, I want to get in time with the horse's front right foot and move right, right, right. Then I might let him walk out a stride, then get in time with the hind foot, right, right, and move the hind foot over. Okay, then I take that and spiral it down and try to have it look like this. There, and then there. Okay, but I let them walk out first and get that working real good, and then spiral it down to this. Okay, now from there, now I will not move my shoulders to the right. So from here, I'm just going to, so my horse already understands how to turn around because we circled and we got in time with that foot and asked him to turn around. So now from here, I might ask my horse to move his hind end to the left and then open up and ask him to move his front end to the left and just pause. And now I'll move the hind end to the left, front end to the left, then hind end to the left, front end to the left. Now I might just let him stay in this for a second or two. All right, and that's how I start to develop to get my horse to keep his rear end up underneath him. So at any point, if I was circling, got in time with my horse's left front foot, asked him to turn around, at any point if I felt my rear end kicking out to the right, I might just stop this and then work on my rear end. Work on the piece that I do not have and ask him to put it up underneath himself right there, and then put it up underneath himself right there, put it up underneath himself right there, and then go back to my turnaround. You see? Okay, and again, if he got to kicking it out every time, see, then I would go back to that other exercise and push the shoulders, hip, and then I would come back and go from a standstill, push the hip in, and ask him to turn around. So I'm telling the horse, look, it's a lot easier if you just leave your rear end there and turn around. But if you don't, if you kick it out, that's fine. I'm not going to get after you. You're not going to be in trouble. But we're going to go off and work on this other stuff, and then we're going to spiral and come back to it, you see. But again, make sure that if I went and worked on a bunch of other stuff and then I came back and I asked for his hindquarters to go left and then I asked him to turn left, that's it. That's all I need right there. It's just I need to be able to, and I would pause and I would just sit here for about 10, 15, 20 seconds and really let it soak, and then move my hip again to the left, ask him to move to the left. Okay, now I brought him on around for the camera, but I might have quit right over here. And again, just pause and sit and say, there, that's what I want you to do, okay? So that's how I would work on that. I want to thank Kylie and Travis Trulock, T6 quarter horses, for letting me use their horse in this demonstration.